we seem to be doing more of these intros, but we've got some explaining to do before we get into stuff. Basically, this video was going to be going into a big French town and doing a tour. However, if you saw the last video, you'll have seen that we got absolutely wet through. So the problem with that is we can't go into a French town and leave the motorhome unless we take everything with us. But you'll know that we're still waiting for this to dry out, and this is what we carry our kit in. So we can't do that. So this time we got online and we booked into a 5-star French campsite. And we think it's a good way that we can show you the difference between UK campsites and French ones. You know, we've never stopped on a French campsite before, so we didn't know what to expect, and it were all a bit confusing to us.
Well, yeah.
But I think you'll agree, it's quite interesting what we found. Trying to find a campsite so we can show you all what a campsite actually looks like. For a 2-night stay, it started off being €40, but we're racking some charges up. €10 per animal. So
Location de Frigo, what's that?
I don't. Where's that? De Frigo.
€16. Oh, refrigerator. Oh, we've got one.
Connection to Wi-Fi. They're all extras.
So what's it saying? 72 for 2 nights. How much is it for 1 night?
Oh, I thought.
I thought you were good at English, French, my darling.
I am.
Orange vous informe que le numéro demandé n'est pas attribué. Bonjour. Orange vous informe que le numéro demandé n'est pas attribué. Hello and welcome to the Sondayers campsite. If you want to make a booking, please press 1. If you have already made a booking, one of our call center operators will be available soon. Please hold the line. For quality services, your call may be recorded. If you don't agree, please inform our operator. Bienvenue au centre de messagerie. Veuillez entrer un numéro de boîte vocale. Veuillez énoncer votre nom, le nom de votre correspondant ainsi que le message que vous voulez lui destiner. Vous pouvez commencer votre message maintenant.
Leave a message now.
Hello, I'd like to make a reservation, please, for tonight. If you could call me back. English number. Thank you. Yes. Is that it? What are you laughing at?
I think you've ordered something more than what you think you've ordered.
Really?
Yeah. Because she says, got to clean all this when we're finished. So no, camping car. She goes, yes, but you've ordered one with a barbecue and things with it.
This is all very different, Claire. So we've got to put the furniture back in place outside, clean the garden furniture and sweep the terrace, clean the barbecue. Or if they're not carried out, then you'll get a cleaning deposit of £90, €90 to €290, depending on the model. We remind you it is forgotten to connect the electric vehicle on the cottage on paying fine of €100 deducted from your deposit.
I think you've booked a cottage with a camping car section at the side. That's why it's so much money.
Well, it's only 40. Well, it would just over £40 a night, which is what we'd pay to stay on one of these type of things at Easter anyway. But she's cleaning something.
Yeah, I said,
what have we ordered?
And I said, oh, camping car. She goes, yes, you have a barbecue. Oh, okay. And also, let's go back in half an hour for the keys. Just thinking out loud.
We've got to go back for the keys?
Yeah, in half an hour. It's not ready for half an hour. Go back for the keys. Just realised what she said, go back for the keys.
Where are we staying?
I don't know what you've booked, Andrew. It's going to be really nice.
She did ask if we wanted a fridge. But where would the fridge go on a pitch? It's very confusing.
Yeah, we're really confused.
Are we staying in like a mobile home?
Oh, we've got one.
I've just been on ChatGPT, which is good for stuff like this, and I've put the receipt onto it and said, what have I booked? Because I'm not quite sure what I've booked. It says I've booked a 2-week cruise for 2. No, it doesn't. It actually says that we've got a pitch that's got electric. It's for 2 adults and 2 dogs, but we've got private sanitary facilities. So it's like an ensuite or something. What's
That's
that?
pretty good.
This is like posh camping, is it not?
We just thought it was a piece of ground, didn't we?
Well, that's what we're used to. It seems that in England, the campsites that we have are like airs, whereas their campsites are a lot more
Yeah.
posher. There's more facilities. But I was thinking that all the way through this. If you're going to pay for an air at like €10, why would you go to a campsite? What is a campsite going to offer you? Why would you pay it? Well, it looks like we're going to find out. Are you going swimming? That's what she asked.
Yeah, I said no. She goes, no swimming? She's really confused why we didn't want to go swimming. So I felt a bit sorry then for her. So I said, okay, we will, but we've got no costumes. I think actually as well, you can only swim in budgie smugglers. You can't swim in actual shorts.
What, you have to put
You have to
speedos?
swim in trunks.
Give
Yeah.
up.
That is fact. Google that.
You do not have to.
I'm telling you.
Has she told you that?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
She's just told you
I'm
that?
telling you, you've got to swim in trunks. And you don't own a pair of trunks, do you?
No, but there is a...
There's a shop.
A lapiserie is, it means a grocery store. I thought it meant a registry office, but it doesn't. It's just a grocery store. It actually says grocery store at the top, but I wonder if they sell...
Just use my phone to Google what I've just said to make sure it's true.
I wonder if they sell small to medium Speedos. What am I...
Do I have to wear trunks swimming?
I am at a campsite in France. Can I wear Bermuda shorts in the swimming pool? In most French public and campsite swimming pools, men are required to wear tight-fitting swimwear such as swim briefs or jammers.
What's a jammer?
Why would you call it a jammer?
Okay.
Loose-fitting swimwear, including Bermuda shorts, are generally prohibited due to hygiene concerns.
It's more hygienic not to see it.
The rationale is that tight-fitting swimwear is less likely to carry dirt and contaminants from outside the pool area. However, some private campsites or pools may have more relaxed rules. It's advisable to check the specific swimwear policies. Now, can you imagine if I just listened to you and I bought myself some jammers and I turn up looking like I've been vacuum packed and everybody else has got Bermuda shorts on?
Up here, through the gate, whatever it is at the top, and then it's the first right. Then it's like 2 down. Number 27. 27. S27. Can you see it? Absolutely shocked at this, aren't we?
Let's go and check out the accommodation. Weirdly, that's the accommodation. It's what we've turned up in.
Yeah.
But we've got this. It's like a little chalet. Interestingly, they've got like a table, but we haven't.
I think our table's over there on the grass.
Ah, look at this.
It's got could do with a lawnmower, really.
Still.
You can sit there.
This is a huge pitch. Let's get some perspective. It's
lovely.
massive. So we've got from there to there.
Yeah.
Now, what is all this about?
We didn't even know this, did we? So that's your electric.
Right. And
I'm
what?
guessing that's your electric.
We've got a barbecue.
If we'd have known that, might get some burgers for tea, sausages.
Got to clean it though.
Oh, yeah, it's not bother, yeah.
What's this?
It's just like a bathroom.
Our own private bathroom.
Hairdryer. Fridge is on. Have we paid for the fridge?
On the street. No,
We don't need it.
we'll not use it.
No, yeah.
But it's got its own toilet.
So
We've
that-
got to sweep this out at the end.
Just make sure it's clean. No
Yeah.
toilet worries then.
And then
And
a
a proper shower. I think we'll use a toilet and shower, won't we?
Yeah. So this is £40 a night. This is what 40 actual pounds a night gets you.
Pretty impressed with this.
This is...
It's got a heater, so in winter it's not cold.
There's a heater in there.
Yeah. Shall I leave it unlocked?
No. There's a bin. You've even got your own bin.
Yeah.
But we've got to take that at the end.
Well, fair enough.
Get over the initial thing. It's probably a little bit rough around edges.
Yeah, it's a bit tatty and edgy.
A little bit.
But it's a bit overgrown.
Stuff like that. Bit overgrown.
Yeah.
But it looks like they've been cutting stuff down. I think it's early in the season anyway, so maybe it takes them a while to get around. But
However, you're comparing this to a 40 quid plot at home.
well, this price is a comparable price to Camping and Caravan Club.
Yeah.
Caravan and Motorhome Club and Camping and Caravanning
Yeah.
Club. This is the price. This is with the discount. The price with the discount.
Yeah, that's right. And there's no pegs here. It's a massive plot.
And that's what you get for it.
I think that's really interesting. It's just something we've cropped upon. We didn't know this.
It's 10 amp here.
Right.
So I think on a lot of places it's 5 amp, so you have to run on electric one. This is 10 amp. So which means that you can have all the electrics on full. I don't know if you've noticed, but the heating's not quite as
Yeah.
hot as what it normally is. But if you put a bit of gas on, that's what we've found.
Gas
and
on.
I don't mean the waiter. If you put a bit of gas on, get it warmed up and then put it onto electric one, we've found that keeps it warm, doesn't it?
Yeah. Filled up with fuel as well, didn't we? Quite surprised.
Yeah, and
Price.
talking about fuel actually, diesel is cheaper than unleaded, which I always say back home, it should be, because unleaded is more refined than the diesel. It costs more to make it. Why do we pay more for diesel? Gordon Brown, you lied to us. You told us to get diesel engines because they were better for the environment, and now you're having us. Had enough of it.
So this is what you think to do, or what you say to do, isn't it? Plug it into the van first.
Yeah, so that you ain't got a live wire.
And what's the number one rule?
No number twos.
Unwind.
Oh, unwind, yeah.
Looking like you've lost a bit of weight since your doll that you had made. Your AI doll.
Yeah, AI off. Let's see if it's on. Yes, it is. I've always said this
Yeah.
since we got involved in the motorhome scene.
Yeah.
That UK campsites are too expensive in the main for what you get,
Yep.
especially the camping clubs. And some people disagree with me, and that is fine. We can all have our opinions,
That's
and we can
right.
still sit and have a madry afterwards because we're not falling out about it.
Yeah.
This is just my opinion. When they try and sell it to you that you're getting a £15 discount a night, but you don't get any of that, to say that you get all that for £40 a night at Easter with a barbecue
Electric, toilet, shower, fridge,
and all that space
Wi-Fi.
and a hedge in between you, I'm sorry, it's just firmed my opinion up. I don't feel like I'm paying over the odds here.
I'm really happy with that, yeah.
Yeah. Look, all these spots.
This is a nice spot. Look at this one.
Yeah. On a bit of a lean though. Now then, we're looking at it
Yeah.
through rose tinted glasses.
Yeah.
They're not all level. Some are on leans.
Andrew, it's got one of those trees that you like. A banana moujou bijou thing.
It's a Musa Bajju.
Can you see it?
I can. Let's have a look round.
Each section has a different name,
Yeah.
and here you can see them. Look, Lihu, Jersey, Mini Fermi. Oh no,
That's
she
the
said-
mini farm.
She said there was a mini farm. Should we have a look at it?
These are like French static caravans. They're like a lodge, really, aren't they? Quite modern looking.
So is this like a haven?
Well, I don't know. Because when I booked it, I thought, well, it'd be a good idea to have
Yeah.
a look at somewhere that's got some facilities, because we could maybe compare it to Haven. But then the pictures are way better than Haven.
Well, look at this pitch. Is it a pitch?
Now, this is a static caravan. There is a village, Claire.
Wow. We do like to walk to the village.
Like a village. The hedging makes it look less like a car park.
The hedge is great. Now, we've paid for private plots before, pictures, and it said it had hedging when
No
it didn't have any real hedging at all.
No hedging. Now, when we go places, I like to be close to somewhere else, not just a campsite, because I get bored quick and I like to see different stuff. I want to feel like I've been somewhere. Sometimes campsites can be a bit generic. This is different, so I'm happy at this. But I do like the fact that you can get to the village. And I like that you can get to pubs
Yeah, we like to walk.
and
don't we?
shops. Right, a mini farm with goats. Where are them goats? You got hens. It says, for the well-being of the animals, please do not feed them. Too much food or unsuitable food can harm their health. On the other hand, the caressers are authorised. But watch
Oh.
out for your fingers. But caressers.
Don't know, but they're authorised. No, they're coming. They want to be on YouTube.
Well, luckily I know what he's called. Billy. Billy. Billy.
You can get in there with them.
Billy. Oh, look. Free entrance. Hope it's not going to be like Pamplona, this. You're not Bull Run. Bonjour. Hello. 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 Claire, get that gate. Yeah, do you know the French for rabbit?
Lapping.
Is it a lupin?
Lupin. It's lapping, isn't it? I know why I know that anyway, Lupin, because I saw it in the supermarket.
For sale?
Yeah. I
They
nearly
sell
picked up.
pairs?
No, I nearly picked up a rabbit breast rather than a chicken one.
Oh,
It's true that. True story.
yeah.
Forgot to tell you.
Have we got a card to get back in? Uh-oh.
No, I have. It's fine. I've got access codes. So which gate would this be?
Village access.
Let's try it.
Well, where'd you put it in?
But no, let's just try it.
Oh. You got to lift that bit up.
Right, so I can get in though.
Well, we'll just
Can't
chance
test
it.
in.
It's like little touches like that.
What, the goats?
Yeah, like a little farm. That obviously costs, but it's a nice little touch. I'll remember it.
Yeah, you will, yeah.
The farm I got chased in, and everybody's friendly.
Yeah.
They're all saying hello to us. What a lovely village this is. But nothing much happens round here.
I'm okay with that.
Looks like they're selling counterfeit goods outside the church.
We'll see what they've got.
I think they got some knockoff Lacoste or Kappa. Do you remember Kappa, where it were them two people turned away from each other?
Yeah.
Can you
Sat on
remember
the
it?
floor at the back. At the
Yeah.
back. Yeah, had a shell suit.
You had what?
A shell suit.
A shell suit.
Purple
Flammable,
and
then.
yellow one.
Purple and yellow. You had to watch them and go up. Flambe. Is that apple? I think it may be. Let us know in the comments. You think that's an apple? Or it could be a plum, maybe. So you got your typical French village stuff: boulangerie, church, boulangerie, and then the tattoo shop. What? What's that? That must be like a village hall.
Yeah.
That's very feminine, isn't it? It reminds me of when it were hot, when I were a kid. And you'd be sat with your mates and you got nothing to do and you were just totally bored. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm bored. I used to get bored a lot, me, as a kid. Did you?
No.
Did you never get bored?
I don't remember being bored.
I was always bored. And I'd like,
Well, bored is as bored does, is what my nan used to say.
bored is what?
As bored does.
What does that mean?
Means if you don't do anything, you're going to be bored, so do something.
Yeah, but then you can't think of anything to do. That's the worst thing.
Well, I would make rose perfume.
I once got that bored and I was that poor as a child. It was when Star Wars were in and I wanted to have a Chewbacca action figure.
Right.
So I set upon it to make one out of mud myself. I remember that vividly.
Is that true?
Yeah.
We're all waiting for a joke here.
There's no joke. There's no joke with that. That word.
And how did you get on with that then?
Well, it just looked like a bit of soil by the end of it, didn't it? In fact, oh, like it's if I'm honest, but this guy, really famous writer, and you can go and see his house just down there. Commune, what does that mean? Is it? I mean, these are all places for you to go to.
Yeah.
Let's have a look what we got here. You can go to the butcher's, go to the chapel. That's where all Janets hang out. That's where you can get divorced. That's where you can pay your bills. And that's where you can get your Crocs. Lapan. Is it Lapan?
I think I'm right, yeah.
Lapan, not Lupan.
Tell us in the comments, is it Lapan or Lupan?
It's called the rabbit who could fish. That's actually what it says. Oh, God. The rabbit who could fish.
Quite cheap. A coffee's €1.50.
Well, this is Sting. Let's have a look at these. A beer, look how much we've been robbed, Claire. Now we're away from tourist prices. Although saying that, it's only 25 centilitres, that's tiny.
So what's this comp to? Is that a glass? Wine. White wine 160.
Look at this. A big wood-fired pizza. So it comes out of that door. Then in there, look at that. That's huge. I wonder how much that cost to build. You know, people used to tell me, oh, yeah, he bought a place in France, or he bought and he's renovated a place. I used to think, why would you do that? But I get it now.
Yeah. You used to do that about motorhomes.
Hey, I used to say it about Reader's Digest, but I've got that as
You
well.
quite enjoy reading that, don't you?
I love it. No, I like it here in France because they've got the priorities right. So what they do is they go and get some shopping. Whoever's job it is to go shopping, you go. But the reward is, once you've done, you can have yourself a pint.
But I can meet you in there.
Yeah, I'll just wait for you. So as YouTubers, we use quite a lot of data because we're having to upload stuff. And in fact, talking about data, look, somebody's got Starlink.
Oh, yeah.
We've got unlimited data at home. And it's always hit and miss when you get on campsites back home. But when you come over to Europe, although you can, with some people, you can bring your data over here, they say that you've got exactly the same minutes and the same data as back home. It's not actually true. So for a lot of them, you've got this fair use policy. Now, if you're on EE, for example, you might have unlimited data, but it's actually capped at 60 gigabytes. And if you're uploading big videos, then you can burn that through quite a lot. So we decided that we'd use this eSIM. I'm not going to mention the name because I'm not that fussed about it really. And we paid something like £28 to cover us for 10 days while we're out here. And it were great, brilliant. Started uploading really fast, everything were working really well. And then we were 3 gigabytes into it and it absolutely just
Crashed.
It went to snail's pace. So when I've had a look at it and I've got in touch with customer services, they say, oh yeah, your first 3 gigs fast and then we choke it down because the carrier will choke it down in your local place that you're at. Ah, brilliant. Anyway, we've come here and included in the price is probably the fastest Wi-Fi that we've ever experienced. And one video that's taken us almost 3 days to upload, it got uploaded in minutes. So it's been worth it coming here. So you've got to be careful if you come out here because if you're doing anything big with big files, normal browsing, if you're just doing emails or you're watching a little bit of YouTube yourself, you should be all right. But if you're doing anything heavier than that, then really you need to think a bit more about it. It's one thing that we've learned, isn't it?
Yes.
If you look over there, that family's playing that game. What's it called now where men and women have balls? Is it Pattaya? Now this is where all the activities are. Mm-hmm. Looks like we're not seeing it at its best because they're digging this up.
Wonder what they're doing there.
I'm not sure. But up there, that's the swimming pool.
Oh, yes, I see that.
This isn't looking great, is it?
No.
What can you relax, enjoy and have fun at? Got a pub, pool, obviously not filmed much of that. And then look here.
Should we have a drink?
Yeah, 100%. There's even an outdoor pool.
There's an outdoor pool too.
There's some slides. Somebody challenged us to see how long a head on a pint lasted in France.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to find out.
Why is that then?
I don't know. They don't keep a head, do they? We have them little spritzy things, don't we? What do they call them? You know that little thing that makes it bubble? What's it called?
I can't remember now.
It's got a technical name, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a spritzy thing. It's something else. But, oh, it's gone. Gone.
Yeah, they go in the cans, don't they? And
Yeah.
the glasses have special things in them.
Look at it.
Yeah, it's that flat now, isn't it? Maybe that shows that one.
Just soaking in the ambiance.
So how much was 2 beers?
€13.60.
Okay.
But anyway, I've got a lovely view. Oh, maybe not that bit. Lovely view. Tell you what, I've never seen such a big display of budgie smuggling. With all these speedos knocking about. It's not right, is it? What did they say it was? What's the reason for it?
Cleanliness.
Cleanliness. What? And Bermuda shorts aren't? Because you get dirt on them. What? That is the most stupid policy ever. Because at the end of the day, you could have shorts that are like Joseph's Technicolor Dreamcoat, but if you don't wipe your ass properly, then you're in trouble, aren't you? What you got there? You got some mayonnaise.
Yeah, what's in the shop?
What's for tea tonight?
Well, this is going to go on the salad I'm going to make for you. We're going to have salad, like lettuce, tomatoes. I bought those big French beefy tomatoes.
Yeah.
Onions. We've got mozzarella, which I don't think that's French, is it? But we've got some mozzarella.
Right.
Cucumber.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have tuna.
And then after, what are we having after that then?
Tuna salad, that is your tea.
You what?
That is your tea.
That's not tea, that's a starter.
What are you doing then, Andrew?
Tonight I am cooking, and the first thing that we always do when Andy cooks is get yourself a beer. Basically, you just got to pray that he's still sober by the time it comes out. This is a chopping board. Did you know that?
Yeah. We've actually got one in the cupboard.
But that's a chopping board. That's what it's for. You didn't know that, did you?
I did know that, yeah.
You did not.
But I don't want to cut into it, so I got us another one.
Well,
You're just going to cut into it.
Cut into it because the sharpest knife that we've got in the motorhome is this.
No, we've got a brown one, like a steak knife.
Oh, a steak knife, that. A bit hard with this knife. We used to cook with proper knives at home. You make the milk and ham.
What do you mean you cook at home?
When I cook at home, that's when the magic happens. This,
Right, so look at it.
like a layered salad. Massive, actually. But there you go.
Okay. Have
which
the
one you want?
smaller one, please.
Don't know if there is
small
one.
So,
Sure,
okay.
no, because there's a big gap there.
Okay, hang on then. So what's in this?
Everything. Everything you gave me.
Well, the guys don't know. So tuna.
There's tuna, couscous, lettuce, mayonnaise, tomato, onion,
It's a big mashup. What's it like?
mayonnaise. Actually, it tastes nice.
Good.
Probably same texture as something dogs would have, but
Sacre bleu. What's happened today?
It is cold.
It's 6 p.m. and we haven't even been anywhere. Furthest I've been is across to that toilet thing that we've got. But it's freezing. There's nobody about. We've gone back to winter. It's been lovely. Anyway, make sure we're all locked up. Yeah. Look at these dark skies. It's been raining. That's the extent of our travels. And to top it all off, I've had to break out the Roy Cropper coat. Now, I didn't think I'd be coming on my Easter holiday and having to break out the Roy Cropper coat,
You were hoping not.
or as it's called in these parts of the world, Roy Cropper. Last year we were in Scotland. I think we had warmer weather than this. They've even got outside lights on. We're hoping that we can get into this little bar. The plan of today was we were going to get up and we were going to have petit déjeuner and take you with us. Now, if we're totally honest, it's not the weather that stopped us going there. I accidentally bought a bottle of Calvados. What's French for typhoon? Is it typhoon? I think we've found the wobbliest table in all of France. I have actually almost fallen over here, haven't I?
Don't fall over, Andrew.
You just stood and watched it. We're all in slow motion. And you were just laughing at me as I were doing it. Well, we can have pizza and chips, but not until 7 That's 7 o'clock. Claire, because of the terrible weather, the kids' clubs arrived just as we're going to order us food. I thought I'd done with this stuff. The food has arrived. Do you know what? I'm not sure how much they've charged us for them chips, but they're massive. Like I normally put my hand on it so you can see. But look at that. It's not even doing it justice. It's massive. And you've got this. And I've got this. So our time here has come to an end.
That's right, we had a great time, haven't we?
We have. It's been interesting to compare a similar price campsite to the ones
Yeah.
in the UK, but there are some differences. So one is that this has got a swimming pool, pretty similar to Haven, I guess.
Yeah, this is a haven, isn't it? A French haven.
It's kind of like a Haven, yeah. You do get nice big pictures, which is different from Haven.
Yeah.
There's also a place where you can get something to eat and drink, which is kind of normal prices. One thing that it does have in common with some of the club sites is now we've got to take the bin to the exit. So you've got to clean everything up yourself here. The little area that we had for the shower and for the toilets, we've actually got to clean that. And if we don't clean it, then we get fined.
They've taken our card number details so they can take the money off.
Yeah, automatically.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see. Hopefully they're going to be fair with
It's
that.
clean. But the bins, it's not just the exit, it's outside the gate.
So you got to go all the way outside.
Yeah, so if you're here for a week, or even 2 weeks, it's a lot of trekking with your big bags of rubbish to the very far side. Something to think about.
And then the other thing is, which isn't the campsite's fault, but the weather yesterday was atrocious, and today it's absolutely glorious. We could have used the outside seating area a little bit more and walk around, but there's not a cloud in the sky. But anyway, thanks for watching. We hope that you've enjoyed this little comparison and see what you can get for the same money in the UK. So let us know in the comments. Do you think we're being ripped off in the UK? Do you think campsites are under a lot of pressure from having to pay loads of costs out? Or do you think they're just capitalising on the post-COVID staycation boom? And do you think that this were good value at £40 a night? We'll see you next time.
Bye.
For most French public and campsite swimming pools, men are required to wear tight-fitting swimwear such as swim briefs or jammers. Jammers?
What's a jammer?
How would you call it a jammer?
Okay, you
Because
don't
it
jam
jams your
anything.
Well, what's happened to my glasses? Has something licked them? Has one of you licked my glasses? What's that? That must be like a village hall.
Yeah. Chew.
I've seen cassette toilet pissing more than it than that.